Hey guys, how's it going? Well, today let's talk about installing a floor in a camper van. So different people do it different ways. This is the way I do it. Some people will take a sheet of plywood, 4x8, and they will lay it 4 feet to this way, and then they'll cut out the bits and then they'll put it in that way. I don't like to do it that way because I want there to be no seams in the middle of the floor. And since I am planning on not putting any laminate or any covering on this, I definitely don't want any seams. So how I do it is I start with the polystyrene or polyisocarbonate or whatever you're using. And let's see if I can get this out here. And I do 2 layers on this part because this is R3, so 2 of those is R6. And you can see under here, upside down probably, that is polyisocarbonate, and that is R6 as well, so both R6. So what I do is I make a tracing, I measure the things here, and I do all that. There was a rubber mat in here, so for this section I was able to cut the rubber mat out. It was a lot of work, and just trace it as a template. But for the rest I didn't do that because the rubber mat was so heavy, it was just incredibly hard to cut, way harder than plywood, so I decided just to skip that whole process and just measure it by hand and do the best I can that way. So once that's done, I'm going to tape it back down. I taped it unfortunately already once, which was a mistake. So I'm going to retape it, and all these joints will be taped together. And then end up, once I use all my polystyrene templates, I make one big huge piece so there's no joints. The only joint will be at the very end where there'll be a seam, but it's going to be under the wheel well. So what's happening here is underneath this stuff is wet, and I've been trying to prop it up with some plywood and get some air under there to dry it out. This is kind of a caution against buying vans with a steel divider. If you take it out, you're gonna have holes everywhere, and I've already filled a bunch of them. I don't know if you can see them under there, probably not, but there's more. You can see that little dot right there, that's a hole, and there's another one right there, and there's another one right there. So eventually what we'd have to do is take this thing up all together and try to dry it out, but what I want to do is just get some silicone and put it in those, at least a few hole spots, and I'll have to address that whole front seat area at another time, but I don't want it to cause rust. But it's wet and I don't see any rust right now, so that's a plus, probably because of the paint. So yeah, if you're buying a van, a cargo van, and it has the steel divider, be very aware of the holes. Not even just the steel divider part, but even if they have shelves over on the side and stuff, and you have to take them out, there's going to be holes all over your floor where they screwed it into the floor, and you're going to have to deal with those holes so they don't get water penetrating. And in Vancouver, it rains a lot. Alright, so here's joint I did over here. Look, 1 awesome inch. Really hot. And got this taped over here, yada yada yada. Let's put this piece in. Just like so. Actually, I'm gonna leave that for now because I gotta put the big piece in first. But before I do, I wanted to show you something. This is a brand new piece of wood. But look, scratches. This is just from walking around doing stuff. And it really sucks because I thought I'd be, you know, smart and buy pre-finished birch plywood. It was an extra 10 bucks to have it already of the polyurethane on it. I was hesitant because this color is going to show dirt, so I'm thinking maybe I will re-stain it down the road. But what I'm going to do today, oh crap, I'm wrecking my floor. See all that cardboard? I'm going to tape it down. So what I did was I put the bad side up first, because I thought just to be cautious in case it gets scratched. So I'm going to flip it over to the good side and then tape this cardboard onto it, and that should minimize the scratches it gets. But the thing is, eventually it's going to get all scratched up anyway, so what can you do? Alright guys, well, I am pooped. This is how I connected the floor. Use these L brackets. Put the PL premium wood glue between the joints and screw them together. Now I gotta put all this stuff back in and go for some food because I'm hungry. I've been doing this for a long time. First I gotta put all this stuff back in. I think I just said that. So I just wanted to say that the reason I bought the birch plywood previously polyurethaned, so it was $10 more than the unpolyurethaned, and it saved me all the work of doing it, and it saved me the expense of buying the polyurethane. So it saved me time and money. However, I'm not sure that it was a great idea, because now it looks like it might not hold up to wear and tear. So I might want to re-stain it. Does anybody know if there's something out there that you can stain on top of polyurethane? Like if it did a dark brown stain over top of it, might last longer. But I think I saw something in a Home Depot, but I can't recall if I was just imagining things or what. If anybody knows if I can stain over polyurethane, let me know, without sanding it first. I know I could do it if I sanded it, but I'd rather avoid that. Anyways guys, that's gonna do it. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a good night.